I also, on my own Instagram, I put up a poll the other day where I was sitting in the hot tub and my neighbor on the other side of the fence was mowing the lawn at 6:48 p.m. I got 18 responses of people's lawn cutting theories. So
that's crazy.
So I was thinking about you because I was power washing again the other day, and I've had to do
Why
it in
do you
shifts.
have so many things to wash?
Well, I do the pool deck every year.
Yeah.
And now this new cover, it like covers it. So now like there's a line of dirt, like it's where the cover stops and like the rest of it gets dirty. So I'm like, well, this needs to be washed. So I've been doing the pool deck, and I was like, oh, everyone's going to hate me. I'm the neighbor everyone hates. It's like Saturday afternoon. And then I stopped, and then the dog 3 doors down are like, woo, 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 like all. I'm like, oh wait, no, I'm not the neighbor everyone hates.
Yeah.
No,
and then I heard,
dog
and
always
then
wins.
the last time I was power washing, I heard a rooster, and I'm like, get that rooster out of our neighborhood. Who's got a rooster? Again.
You live like right by farms, Rachel. I don't know why you think that.
I don't live right by farms. It's
Yes,
a
you
subdivision in the country, but like there's no barn full of chickens near me.
I'm sorry,
it's like
but
a
you're in an
cornfield,
area
but-
where there's a pretty good chance you're going to hear
somebody
a rooster.
has a rooster in their
Well, it doesn't
backyard. I
matter.
only
It
heard it
doesn't
the one
matter.
day though. Thank God.
I don't know why roosters bother you so much. They don't bother you. It would bother me if
They're
you had the
loud.
if you had the window
They're
open.
doing at all hours.
Yeah, but it's worse first thing in the morning when they do it.
They
That's when
cock-a-doodle do all day long.
That's fun, actually. That's
not
country
fun.
living. It's country
Not
living.
fun.
That's what you wanted.
Nope.
That's what you wanted.
Not that.
No.
Ready?
I'm ready. You're first.
You were right about that. Hello there, and this is due to Underwhelming Demand, the Zut Alors of podcasts.
Zut Alors. I have
Zut
missed the one.
Alors. Because
We've been
one-
watching a lot of The Little Mermaid lately.
Yeah, okay. Because one, two, or all three of us will for sure say something eventually that'll make you go, Zut Alors. The French have such a great way of putting things.
When you had French class, did you have to play the game called Zoot?
No, what's that?
No, I don't know
It
that
means
one.
like darn,
Yes.
darn it, and then
Yes.
you
Yes,
have
of
play a
course.
game and then you miss it, or it's like, I don't know, I forget how it goes, and you're like Zoot, we had to play that in French class.
Zut
No,
Alors.
I was just
Zut
showing
Alors.
Harley.
Zut
She's in
Alors.
grade 5, but I was just showing her yesterday what we used to watch in French class, and it was Télé Français.
Yeah, with
Télé
La Nana.
Français. Bonjour, salut.
Hello, salut,
And the dancing na.
La Nana. Yeah, that's right.
Zut Alors.
She quite enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Did she?
She said it's
Good, I
better
should-
than whatever they're watching in class right now. So
Okay,
she was
good.
saying, I'm going to go tell my teacher about that tomorrow. And I said,
Oh, your
please do.
teacher
She'll know
will
exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
All
that's
right. Well, we're Dave, Rachel, and Forman. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to talk about something you should never do when you're in a car, an automobile, a moving vehicle that's being driven by your wife. Something you should never. And I just
Comment on her driving.
No,
at all,
I already
ever?
knew. I already knew that.
Say
I already
literally
Okay.
any words about anything.
I already knew that.
He didn't
I
make
knew,
it this far in life, not learning not to
I-
comment.
I already knew that.
Right,
Now,
okay.
it's perfectly acceptable for your wife to say whatever she wants about your driving.
Yes,
Right, it is.
Yes, it is.
But it's
Yeah.
not acceptable. But what she,
I still
what
get
she-
yelled at though.
Do you?
Yeah,
When you-
Jeremy
when
will,
you-
or I'll just get the glare, like
When you
you
comment?
better stop. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
fine.
No,
He hasn't
exactly.
learned that
As
you
you
have
know-
to do everything in your power to literally have no expression.
That's right.
'Cause if you show any kind
No
of expression, or
Oh
any
no, I
reaction
get all the
whatsoever,
expressions. I get all the
you're
expressions.
in
No,
shit.
you are. You are.
Zut alors.
You
Zut alors.
I told
Yeah.
you. I told you. That's why we're called that. I told you. So we're in the city of London where we live, I don't know what it's like in St. Thomas, Forman, and you're in a smaller.
There's
community.
25% more, whatever you're about to say.
Okay,
so-
well, construction.
Yes.
Is
Oh
there?
gosh, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there's a lot of construction here. We live sort of in the north end, and last year
North of Fanshawe.
Zut
Yeah.
Alors. NOF. Zut Alors. That's right.
Right.
Anyway, so last year they did Richmond Street at Fanshawe, so it didn't bother me that much because I didn't need Richmond, but now they're doing Fanshawe at Richmond, and I sort of need Fanshawe to get where it's just really sort of an essential way to get where I'm going, because I would take it to the mall, to the grocery store, to the LCBO. Yeah, all of that
If you're
stuff.
not from the area, it's a main street, main
It's
road.
it would be almost like if you're in Halifax having the Windsor Street Exchange under construction.
I don't know what
stay home.
I don't know what that is, but
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Exactly.
So anyway, it's under construction. So at one point, and it's very close to our neighborhood, it goes from being a 4-lane, very busy street to down to 2 lanes as they do whatever they're road widening and preparing for the bus transit thing or I don't know what they're doing.
Right?
Doesn't
'Cause
really
nothing
matter.
says buses like rapid.
Yes, right. Anyway, so we know our neighborhood. We know how to get
So
from point
true.
A to point. Yeah, so true.
I wondered
So
that too.
true. Yeah.
Like,
It's-
When I
Buses are
think
the
rapid
least
transit,
rapid
I think
vehicles.
the bus.
Yeah.
well,
I
I
don't know
think
why
you
they
have
call
to.
it that.
I think you have to understand how that's a different topic. How it's
That is
supposed
a
to
different
work.
topic because to
Because
me,
you're on-
rapid transit is getting in my car and driving myself.
No,
that's
that's
rapid.
not if you hit construction. It's
Well,
just
okay,
not that
fine.
rapid.
Anyway.
It's not
To
rapid.
me,
Side
rapid
note,
transit
that's
is
an
like
aside.
getting on a train in Japan.
Yeah, I think it's
Sure.
like a subway or
It's
something.
not a
That's what
city
I think.
bus. You're
Yeah.
right.
No, but buses now, they do
Yeah.
have express buses that don't make very many stops. But what you don't have is you don't have the route that's designated for buses.
You're still driving the same
Yeah.
intersections everyone else is.
Eventually, they're going to have
Mm.
designated bus routes for them, and
Right.
essentially you'll have express buses that only stop, and they don't have to worry
How
about
express
traffic.
can
'cause
they be? Like, that's
Well, because
really-
they don't have
Anyway,
traffic
They're gonna
in their
make
bus
bus
lane.
lanes like they've made bike lanes, where it lasts for 2
Yes.
blocks and then it disappears.
Well, I
Yeah,
don't know how that
it's
works.
going to be
Anyway,
completely
like,
that's
it has to be
irrelevant.
all or nothing. So anyway,
That's
that's
keep
keep going with your story, David.
Zut Alors, you guys. Anyway, we know all kinds of little secrets on how to get around the construction, and we take them all the time. And on the weekend, the long weekend, we were coming home. I forget where we were, maybe out doing some shopping. And we were taking one of our little shortcuts, but we do have to cross, at some point, we have to go from SOF to NOF.
Mm.
And so we're waiting
South
on
of
a...
Fanshawe and North of
Right,
Fanshawe.
that's
Yeah, if
Southern
you're not from
Fanshawe.
the area.
Yeah,
We
SOF
just
is
made that
south.
up anyway.
Yeah,
South of
NOF
Fanshawe,
anyway.
north of Fanshawe.
So, okay, so we're waiting to cross Fanshawe, and it's right where just before the lanes so there's a lot of traffic and they're backed up, but it's an intersection. There's a traffic light there. We're waiting for the light to turn green. And this is turning into one of my pet peeves for the many drivers that drive in construction. Don't block intersections. Don't go into the intersection unless you know for sure you're
You're
getting
sitting
out of
in the middle
You're
and
Yes.
it turns red, and then but the
Like
traffic
there's
hasn't
a-
moved, so you're still in the
That's
middle.
right. You
Right.
know you're in construction. You know what's
Yeah.
going on here. Don't enter the intersection. This is
Yeah.
like what we talked about in the last podcast. Be a good driver. Be a good pedestrian.
Mhm.
Be a
Right,
good
yeah.
driver. Don't block the intersection. Pet peeve.
Right.
Anyway, so it's busy. It's jammed. The intersection is open, but then two, what I would call asshats, decided that they were going. They didn't want to miss the light. They could see that the don't walk sign is down 14, 13.
Well, yeah, when you
Well,
see the
right.
countdown, then
When
you really have no
yeah,
excuse.
so now they
Yeah.
crowd into the intersection. Now they're blocking us. We're trying to go through. And so the light turns, their light turns red, our light turns green, and we can't move. We
Right.
can't move.
Mm.
So my wife hits her horn. She's not happy. She hits her horn, which is what you should do.
Yes.
Only she didn't do it long enough for me. So
Toot, toot.
yeah.
Hey, friends.
He
Is
hit
it a
the
little
horn.
Honda Civic
Yeah.
horn too?
Yeah. So
Because I had a Honda Civic. I know.
Because I like to when you get idiots to do asshats that do that, I like to lean on the horn. I think that's what horns are for.
Oh, they sure are.
That was acceptable, actually.
But what's
Forman.
it going to do? They can't
That
move.
was acceptable. But they, so the last asshat who was in our way,
Yeah.
he's ignoring the horn. He knows it's for him.
Well,
he
of
knows
course.
full
He's
well
the
it's for
one
him.
in the intersection.
He's ignoring it
As
like
Jen
crazy.
also proceeded into the middle of the intersection,
No, we
so
haven't
you're
been-
like at a
but
T
he
where the horn's right outside his window.
No,
I hope
but
so.
he's got his windows down and
Oh, the windows are open. Oh, yeah,
he's
he
got the
knows.
window. It's hot. Yeah. So
Yeah.
anyway, so
Oh, boy.
he finally gets by enough, so we start moving, and that's when I shouted, "Dickhead!"
Oh, God. Dave, you can't. Oh, God. You need to go
Yeah.
back to work.
Oh, no.
So my wife says, she rolls up all the windows.
Uh-huh.
You're not allowed
That's
out
like,
anymore, David.
This is like when I remember being in grade 1 and my grade 1 teacher would calmly and quietly go close the one door, go to the other end of the classroom, close the other door, and then start shouting at you because you f***ed up.
Yeah.
She just said, if you want to do that in your vehicle, you go right ahead. But you are not allowed to do that in my vehicle.
Oh,
I said,
God.
I'm very sorry. I don't know what came over me. I think just
I do.
just the smugness of someone who knows that he has made a huge dickweed move, right? He's blocking the intersection. I just couldn't help myself.
Yeah.
And
But
I
it
know
wasn't-
that there's many others like me. I know that. I just
Uh,
couldn't control myself.
well,
It's not
do you
because
think
he
maybe
blocked
he got
the intersection.
caught in the intersection because he thought that they would move, and then he didn't. He was like,
Does it
not on
matter?
purpose.
He saw the countdown going. He knew. He
Oh,
knew
yeah.
what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing.
But it's not,
He-
you're not mad because he blocked the intersection. You're mad because the horn didn't get to him.
Yes,
And now,
I mean, yeah.
What
now
did
he
you
knows.
want him to
But
do?
now
What
he
did
has the
he-
satisfaction of knowing he got to you instead.
Well, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
I would
that's true.
feel that's a very that whole situation is incredibly uncomfortable.
It is.
I hate all of that. I know the two of you could handle. I could not handle
No.
that.
I
No.
couldn't. What I would have
No.
done if I was
I'd
the
be
passenger
waiting.
while
I'm
Ashley was
sorry,
driving
I'm sorry.
is said absolutely nothing. But if I were
Right.
by myself, I'd have all my windows up and made sure he couldn't really see me. And then I'd be swearing and screaming up a storm.
But you wouldn't honk?
inside
To
I
yourself
would have
in the car.
honked.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, look, I regret. I regret. I just
Dave's
felt like
getting braver as he
no,
gets
not
older
really.
now.
You need
I don't
to
know
go
if you
back
would
to
swear
work.
at people
I
though
like.
before.
No, I didn't swear. That's not really swearing. Calling someone a dickweed, is it? I don't know. Anyway.
Hey,
I
dick
guess
I
not.
did it. Dickweed. That's all. That's all I said.
You
Well, I just,
peasants, some of us need to get across this road to get onto the north
Well, I
side of
just think
Fanshawe
you-
Park
I
Road.
We
just
don't want
think
to
you-
stay down here.
Yes.
Yeah. I just think you need
Going
to
into
know.
my gated community.
We need to get to the other side of the street.
Out of the way.
I think it's important that you need to know, just what type of individual you are. That's all. I'm just trying
Well, Dave will tell you.
not always, but just once.
But
Don't
not
do it
in
again.
Jana's car.
No, I can't do it again. Never again.
Never again.
Nope.
I loved Télé Français. And whenever we got to watch that in French class, I was like, yes, this is
Yeah.
so pretty.
But
Télé Français. Télé Français. Bonjour.
Télé Français.
Hello.
I don't think I ever knew what was
Salut.
happening, though. Like, I don't think
No.
I was ever following the story of the episode. Like, I don't know.
Ah,
There were
I
some
don't know.
kids.
I think I did. I don't know.
There's the Anana. I don't know.
All I remember is the
There's a
pineapple.
clock.
I don't know.
Oh, a
I
clock.
didn't, that none of that is relevant to me.
Now when you
I
look at the
will
puppets, you're like, whoa, those were creepy. How did we...
share.
Yeah.
This is due to Underwhelming Demand, the Red Lobster of podcasts, still around. No one's sure why or for how long, but here we are.
I know somebody who loves Red Lobster.
Well, they better get there quick before it's gone.
Yeah.
I've
Her name is
literally-
Ashley.
Oh, really? I've never
Mhm.
been there, ever. I've never
This should
gone to
tell
one.
you everything you need to know about Red Lobster and perhaps why they're in so much trouble right now.
Yes.
Guess what part of the country where you cannot find a Red Lobster is?
Where there are lobsters?
Nova Scotia.
Yes.
Oh,
Not a
they don't
single
need
Red
it.
Lobster.
Yeah.
It's because they don't need it. They have other places to cook
There are
lobster
better options.
that
You
are
just-
better. Yeah. Yeah.
Why don't you just go, that's what you do when you're in Nova Scotia. You don't need to just go to a church lobster
Just go to the beach
thing.
and get
Just
a
do
get
it.
the
Oh,
first
there's somebody's
fisherman.
having a lobster boil.
Yeah, they're
somewhere.
having a
Yeah.
lobster boil everywhere. That's what you do.
Just
That's
go
right.
to the beach, and just stick
Yeah,
your
they-
hand in the ocean and
we
No,
grab
don't
one?
the
Just
fishermen.
grab
Don't
one?
they sell them on the beach? The fishermen
No,
sell the
sometimes.
lobsters they
Not
catch.
that
Yeah.
I'm aware
Usually
of.
there's a guy with a pickup truck and a cooler outside the Costco.
Oh, there you go.
Get
Yeah.
some fresh haddock while you're there. Yeah. Get all that good stuff.
All right. I'm
Honestly,
glad.
even my lobster fishing friend says that's a good guy to go to. So just saying.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
I'm glad I
Good-
brought it
Good
up.
fresh
There we go.
lobster.
Yeah.
But my goodness, if you go to the beach in Nova Scotia, it is rarely warm enough to be simply in a bathing suit.
Yeah.
To
I
have your
wonder-
shirt off.
I know. I
Yeah.
wonder
Lounging
about
at
that.
the beach.
My trip to the East Coast, I was on the beach in PEI, and
Yeah.
it never really felt that warm. It was
It
warm,
can be.
just not.
But then you get caught when the fog rolls in, the fog, and then it might as well be, it's like sunny and 30 nearby, but the fog rolls in and it's freezing cold, and it might as well be 17 and cloudy while you're just sitting there trying to get through it.
That's
That
too
sucks.
bad.
Yeah, that does.
That's too
Yes,
bad.
but in St. Thomas this morning, at the time of this recording, it was plenty hot enough, apparently, for some people out and about having a nice leisurely walk to not wear a shirt.
Okay, well,
Outside,
that's
walking down the street.
who's walking
Mhm.
around without a shirt.
So maybe Rachel, you may want to weigh in on this first, because
Okay.
picture yourself, you've had a baby clearly sometime in the last several months,
Mhm.
small enough to be a small little baby that you can push in a stroller.
Okay.
And you're on mat leave, so it's a weekday, daytime, summertime, you're going for a walk with your baby in the stroller.
Mm-hmm.
And your husband, presumably the baby's father, is going for a walk with you, but it's just so darn hot that he's going to walk next to you and that baby in that stroller without his shirt on.
No.
Okay,
he's
well,
not.
No,
No,
that
he's not.
should not happen.
Well,
No.
No.
he is in St. Thomas.
Well, that's
No.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised by that
No.
because
You
it
can't-
is in fact
That's
St.
embarrassed.
Thomas.
I would be embarrassed if you.
Yeah.
If my
25%
husband did.
less shirts.
Yeah,
My
Like-
husband would never do that. Actually.
No, me either.
Because he
No.
doesn't even, like, we have a pool in the backyard, so there might be a time or two where we have to go to the front if we're in our bathing suits or whatever. But typically we would put on a cover up or a shirt, or
Yeah.
the kids walk around in their bathing suits like they don't care. But
Sure.
Well, kids don't care.
we
That's
don't
okay.
really. We would I wouldn't go out front typically in my bathing suit.
The last-
but it
the-
might happen the odd time. Now walking
Yeah.
down the street, no.
Yeah, the last time I think I made a trip in the summertime on a hot day to St. Thomas, that's the first thing I saw as I drove in. I'm not kidding you, Forman.
Guy without a
Some
Somebody
dude
without a
walking
shirt?
down the street without a shirt on,
Yeah.
Why
and
is that a thing? I know-
wearing jeans. Like, okay, no wonder you're hot.
Well,
Yeah,
yes,
put
but
shorts on.
obviously that was like Talbot Street, so that.
I don't know.
But like, if Jeremy's
No, I'd
walking
be
without a
embarrassed.
shirt on next
Yeah,
to you
no.
in a baby stroller,
Nope. No, because
no.
if I'm wearing a shirt, you're wearing a shirt, and we're not doing that out in public. So that you're
No.
wearing a shirt. Like you
Sure.
got a
Yeah,
shirt
yeah.
on, bear it for the walk, and then you can go home and take your shirt off if you
Yeah,
need to.
some people just can't help it. I know a guy who really shouldn't take his shirt off. Like,
Mhm.
there's no real reason for him to be proud enough to take his shirt. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
he's
Mhm.
dad bod, he's got one of the, but he can't resist the urge. It could happen. It could hit
It's
him
fine
at any
if you're very
time.
comfortable
It
with
could-
yourself. I'm glad you're comfortable with
Yeah,
your body.
that's fine. I
That's
guess,
fine.
but don't do
I
it-
just
don't do
think
it
it's
while we're
appropriate
sitting
to
on,
walk down.
don't. If we're out on a patio having a beer, don't take your
Oh.
shirt off.
Oh,
No.
But this,
Don't they
that's
kick him out like no shoes, no shirt?
it's just he can't help himself. Like, he just can't help himself. I don't know
He just
why.
prefers to be naked.
Well, no, he likes to take his
half
shirt
naked.
off. Yeah, just
Yeah.
half. Yeah, just
you
that half.
can't do that on a patio.
I wouldn't say you should.
If everyone else is wearing a shirt, so can you. You know what I mean?
Yes,
like, not
I
everybody
agree.
else is walking
I
around.
agree.
It's not that hot. It's
No.
hot. It's like one of the hottest days of the season so far.
But like the
you know,
beach
it's
is
not
really
that
the
bad.
only spot you're going to be doing that at, or in
Yes.
your yard. I mean,
In your yard.
you can be as comfortable with your body as you want. And you have at it. but
Sure.
that's-
I don't.
it
Whatever.
just seems odd. Like, I feel like that woman I saw walking next to her husband, probably without a shirt off, would have been so uncomfortable. You think there's some of their walking conversation
He
would have
probably
been
does
like,
it all
really?
the time.
You got to have that off, do you? And she's in shorts, but she's got a t-shirt. She's got a hat on. There's a cover over the carriage. Like, it's sunny out. She's
Right.
prepared for the weather. He's
Right.
just la-di-da, letting it all hang out.
Yeah, I don't get
She probably was
that.
unbothered because he's unbothered. He doesn't care. He probably does it all the time if he's doing that.
Well,
I think my husband would be embarrassed to walk down the street without a shirt.
Yeah,
and he
me
has
too.
nothing, I mean, he's nothing to be embarrassed about physically, but I think he would be.
Tell us more.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think he would never do that. Like,
No.
even he comments on people. He's like, why has that guy got a shirt off? Like, put your shirt on, buddy.
Put a shirt on.
I
Put a
got my
on.
shirt on.
Well,
you know?
let me ask you this stuff.
It's not all the men that are walking around with their shirts off.
Were you out for a run? Were you,
I did do a bit of a run. Yeah.
Okay. When you're out for a
Oh.
run in the heat, would you ever, because I saw a guy yesterday and it was hot. I went for a run yesterday, but I just wear a shirt. I have a shirt on. The shirt
Yes.
will
I
stay
just wear a
on.
shirt. Well,
Yeah,
good
I
for
make
you.
sure I have a shirt on. I
Right.
have shorts too.
Right.
But yeah, I don't. This guy's running without. So I think to myself, should you in fact be running without a shirt?
A lot of people don't.
I look at him and go, I guess, but you're not The Rock, and the only person really
Right.
that should be allowed to walk around like The Rock never has to wear a shirt ever.
No,
He doesn't
Yeah, no,
need
he
to
could
wear a
never
shirt.
wear one. Yeah,
he
He
shouldn't
doesn't
be
need
allowed
to.
to wear a shirt.
No,
If you-
and he's
should
about
be-
it. He's the only guy.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, he
it's
can
just-
not wear it. That's fine.
He
Yeah.
should
The Rock,
always be
that's-
dressed as Maui.
Yes, yes.
With like the grass skirt that he
Yes,
wears.
The Rock is
Just
never.
that.
I don't think I ever. Does he ever wear a shirt? Most of the time, when he's wearing a shirt, it's usually
The
ripped.
Rock would be pleasing men and women, quite frankly,
Yes.
because he's
When
so
he is wearing a shirt, I'm
visually
not
pleasing.
noticing the shirt, if you know what I
No,
mean.
exactly. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. It's The
Yeah, if
Rock.
you're not bringing pleasure to people by taking your shirt off, leave it on
Yeah,
in
I mean,
public.
Bringing
he's the only
pleasure to
guy.
people.
I mean, it's too bad you
Right.
couldn't have
like
the.
if it's not
you
visually
couldn't,
pleasing to
because
everyone.
I'm
Just
pretty
leave it on.
sure that The Rock would have said to this guy that you spotted, Forman, put your shirt on, buddy. I'm the only one.
right.
Like, put your shirt back on. Take a look at this.
Yes.
Have a good look.
Yeah.
Now put your shirt on.
But this is the same on the other end. You know, if women were just wearing bikini tops out, like I would
Uh-huh.
never do that. There are very few women who would actually do that.
Oh, no,
there
I
are
saw-
some that will,
Some will.
because
Yeah.
it's hot. But those are the
Yeah.
same people where the men, equivalent to the men who would take their shirts off.
Yeah, well, I
Most
saw
would not just go
I
out
did
in a
s-
bathing suit like
I
that.
did see a woman last summer walking on a city street with no shirt on, and that's unusual.
With no shirt, at like
With
nothing
no
on her top.
shirt, no,
Oh.
nothing.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
Where was
odd.
that? Dundas?
I mean, it's allowed, but
It was east. It was east.
East
but
of
the
Adelaide,
same-
wasn't
It was
I
east.
think the same rule applies. Put your shirt on. Put your shirt on.
Well, I
You're in
didn't.
public.
And
Do
by
that
the
at
way,
home.
if
That
you're-
wasn't my first thought, but yes, you're right. You're probably right. You should put her-
couldn't tell Jana to slow the car down.
I-
You can do that in your
Turn
car.
around and go back. Why?
not do that in
I
my
just
car.
think I saw something that I can't
Yeah.
believe. This is due to Underwhelming Demand, the podcast with Dave, Rachel, and Forman that'll make you understand why we aren't on the radio anymore. Really.
Oh, I get it
For you.
now.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Right.
right. I forgot they were like that.
No, we can swear now. That's true.
Yeah.
That's
Well, yeah, something that I used to do also was work out more than work out at all, basically. So I've started a new workout form, and you went running today. You mentioned
Mhm.
I don't
Which is
run.
recent. I
You-
used to do.
Yeah.
I used to be famous
Used to
for
run all
doing
the
a
time.
run walk,
yeah.
Sure. Well,
half
yeah,
run,
that's how you
half
start.
walk.
Sure, of course.
Yeah.
I started going to some workouts in the park nearby here. There's a actually girlfriend of mine that leads some workouts, and so I started going to do those again. And,
Workouts in the park.
yeah, it's outside. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
in the park,
In
and
public.
it's just like a boot
In-
camp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A
in
boot
public.
It is
camp.
in
Getting your
public.
ass kicked in public.
And whenever we
Yeah.
go, the pickleballers are there, and there's like 50 of them, and they
Of
are
course they are.
hardcore. Oh yeah, it's like we have a whole new pickleball court here now, and it's a whole thing.
Oh
And
boy.
they're hardcore. And I kind of want to join them because I've never played, but I'm like, I don't know if I can
pretty
infiltrate
fun.
that group.
Is it a tennis court
Is it?
that they took over, or is it a pickleball court?
No, we have a tennis court and a pickleball court.
Oh wow.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
impressive. That's
I
impressive.
know,
Pickleball
right?
is actually it's fun. I haven't really played my wife and I just experimented with it,
Mm.
and just the two of us. But my understanding is it's much better as a four like as
Well, I think
this is
like a
four,
league.
yeah, doubles.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
So there's a bunch of them.
Actually played each other in Florida, as you do, and then shuffleboard, and then we went for dinner at 4:30, obviously.
Of course. That's what you do.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Wearing a light jacket in February.
Yeah, that's right. Well, you could have played pickleball, but you opted for a what? So
this is like a boot camp, kind of like a workout. She just leads us through a workout in the park. And
listen, when you do
so
a
I've
workout,
only gone a few times now because it's just started up again. Because it's nice
so when
weather.
they do workouts in the park, does it draw an audience?
No, but there's quite a few people there actually.
Well,
Most
that's what
people
I'm.
just ignore us now. Like they think they notice that we're there, and then they're like, "Nah, we'll leave them be." We're in the pavilion, and then the kids are on the playground, and the pickleballers are on all the courts, and there's parents milling around. It's
So
a
there's
busy
all
park.
kinds of, but it's a park. There's all kinds of people. People hang
Yes,
out
there's
in
all
parks.
kinds of people. There's dogs going through, people going down through for walks, and everybody's So I started doing that, and my body's pretty
seems
sore.
like like if you're doing a workout in the park, that seems like you're inviting spectators, and the last thing I want when I'm working out is spectators.
I know, but I feel like there's other people with us. Like it's a group, so hopefully the people aren't seeing me. And then I'll show up, and everybody will be like, "Oh, Rach, there's a spot for you up here." I'm like, "Oh no, I'm going to the back."
Oh yeah, never do. No,
I'm
you
not
never
going near the instructor.
Never be at the front of
that.
No,
No,
that's like being
I'm
at
not going up
the
there.
Don't take the stage seat, the front seat of the comedy club.
I don't
do
need her
it.
seeing my face when she's like, "So you're gonna do a plank like this, and then throw it over here and pass this way," and I'm like,
Don't be the
I'm
example
actually
for
not
all the-
doing that.
No.
That's not what I'm gonna be doing. No,
Wow.
because I can't do that.
Should
And then
tear
she'll look
apart
at
your
me.
technique the whole time. Not a
Yeah.
chance. I'll be in the back.
No,
Where you
thank
don't even know if I'm here or not.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, anyways, so I've gone a few times. My body's pretty sore, and the kids come with me. So the kids will come
Oh
because
my.
sometimes their friends are there, and the kids will play all together, right? And some people are also bringing their dogs. So I could bring my dog, but I haven't yet because I feel like I'm going out to do something for me, and I don't need to bring the entire house with me.
No.
Jeremy's just at home having blissful time by himself, right?
Yes.
So I'm going
Please
to do
take the
something
dog,
for me.
says Jeremy.
out.
Yeah.
I've got both kids and the dog. No thanks.
Yeah.
But the dog
Has
hates
he-
being home with Jeremy because she
Has
still
he
hates
suggested you take the dog yet?
No, other people are like, you should bring your dog. I'm like, I don't need to bring everybody with me because then it's like then it's all my problem still. Like
Yeah.
it's still gonna be my problem when I go home. So
Right.
he doesn't need that much of a break. He can have the dog that hates him at the house with him. So anyway, so it's going okay, but I'm getting back into working out just like you, Forman.
Yeah.
There you go.
How hard is it?
Yeah. Like
Like,
It's-
how much of
have
your
you-
ass
It's
is
kind
being
of
kicked?
hard in the moment. It's not. I mean, I feel like I'm fine in the moment. Like it's work.
Have you
But
at
then
any
the next
point?
day, I'm like, oh, what did I do? That
yeah.
I can't.
At
sit
any
down.
point during
going to the
any
bathroom
of these,
hurts.
any of these,
Sit down on the toilet.
Yeah.
Not hurts to go to the bathroom.
What are you working out exactly?
yeah.
Well,
What
if your
is it?
legs are
Hurts to
sore.
sit down.
Your
Wow.
thighs.
How out of shape are you that after the
Pretty.
day after going to the bathroom is sore?
Well,
I mean,
you have to sit down on the toilet and your legs are sore. You've done that many squats. You're like, oh, I don't want to do this again.
At any point during any of these workouts, have you uttered the words "Zut Alors"?
No, but I think I might bring that into the vocabulary next week.
Yes, you
Is it
should.
It's generally a me, is it?
Yeah, really. I'm not coming back.
Okay.
And then I bring my sorry ass back.
Yeah.
the
And then
next
on a
Yeah.
scale of you can walk home after to the kids have to roll you home, where are you at?
Yeah.
How exhausted
I'm
are you?
like, right after, maybe a 6. But then the next day, it's like an 8. Yeah. It's always the next day that it hurts more. But we drive, so we're good.
Oh, you.
Gotta take the van. You're bringing the whole house with you.
Yeah.
How
Well, I got
far
my
away?
weights. I got to bring everything with me.
How
I
far
got
away?
weights. I got a
how
yoga mat.
just ballpark it. How far away is the park?
It would be like a 7 to 10 minute walk from my house.
That
Yeah.
far.
So you drive
That far, yeah. That far.
Because the walk could have been the warm up.
I mean,
and the
it's
cool
the-
down.
It's
7
the
whole
farther
minutes.
park from my house.
7 whole minutes.
Yeah,
You
but I've got
got-
weights. I can't carry those. I could
Oh,
take the wagon, I guess.
Sure. Yeah.
I could roll
If
it.
only
in the
there was
wagon.
some way to, I don't know, cool down from a hard workout with some weights and Maybe
like,
some.
with like maybe just a walk
Yeah,
afterwards.
that would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Maybe just
That's-
for like 7 minutes.
Yeah.
and
No,
then
I
you're-
think I'll just still drive.
This is due to Underwhelming Demand. It's podcast. It's Dave, Rachel, and Forman. We've reached the point in the podcast where we beg for advertisers. So if you're tired of
Please.
hearing that, I don't know, holler out the window at the guy holding up traffic. Well, we tell you that you can email us.
You can, daverachelforman at gmail.com. Listen, if you want to advertise with a group of people who will sell your business or your service so well, you want to email us and get some information.
Yeah.
We've got
You will do
pricing
it.
for all budgets starting at $75 per episode. So if you just want to do one episode, that's great too. daverachelforman at gmail.com. You can email us for sponsorship info or for anything else anytime.
Yes, you keep your business afloat while keeping our businesses afloat.
Absolutely. That's right.
It's a win-win.
It is a win-win.
Yes.
And by the way, you can also contact us using social media or that email, daverachelforman at gmail.com. And we like to read our correspondence. So let's get to it.
Mhm,
Okay.
Yeah. Apparently, it's a lose-lose to have grass and live within earshot of neighbors. Period. In
It
general.
is. I think it
Because
is.
the commentary on when it is appropriate to cut your grass just is never ending.
I know.
Okay,
I know.
after you talked about that, Foreman, and you ranted about the grass cutting, and what was your stance? You don't want to do it between like 4
Don't
and
do it in the
8
evening
PM?
after 4 p.m.
But that's
every
when
day.
people are home. Like people
No.
come home from work, they need to
I
cut the
don't
grass.
Care. Figure out another way of doing it.
Not between
Some of
4
us
and 8.
want to be out in the evenings. I put up
Okay.
a poll on my own Instagram,
Okay.
which is the Forman, Thee Forman. Just asking when's it appropriate to cut my grass as I was sitting outside on the deck and the neighbor on the other side of the fence was cutting the grass at 6:48 p.m.
That's an appropriate time. I don't
I
know what
got
to tell you. That's fine.
18 responses.
Oh,
Okay,
that's,
what did people
that's
say?
fascinating.
Yeah, so when is it appropriate to cut your grass? Stacy says weekday afternoons until 5:30, Saturday mornings before noon, Sundays no.
Wow.
Okay.
No to
Mhm.
Sundays. I
Saturdays
cut my
before noon? What if you're
Yeah.
out all morning?
Well, that's her time.
I cut my grass on Sundays all the time.
Living
I
the
mean,
Lucy
a lot.
life.
A lot.
Yeah, living the Lucy life says anytime between 10 a.m. and 8 p.m.
So
Jesus.
not on your side, Foreman.
Nope.
Not on your side.
I agree with Lucy. I agree with her.
Dylan Baker.
Okay.
Sorry, this is
Why?
of
His
like
name's not funny.
maybe a handful of people will understand what this means. Says just put some hummus in a spray bottle and it kills the grass.
I don't get it.
We'll move
Okay.
on.
Yeah.
right.
And Troy
Yeah.
says, "You're not the grumpy neighbor, are you?" Yeah, obviously I am.
Yeah,
Angie
he
says,
is.
"I cut the grass until it's dark if need be."
Yeah.
Okay. Right on
Yeah.
your side there, Foreman.
Great. S Huntington 71 says, "Anytime you want, before dark, but not before 8 a.m."
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Not
Jesus,
before 8 a.m.
You got to
for
narrow
sure
it down
not.
a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Nate
Yeah.
says 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. God.
There we go.
I mean, sure.
See?
Ashley,
gonna
10
bother
a.m.
me.
on a Saturday.
10 a.m. on a Saturday is
Is that your
acceptable.
wife, Ashley?
No,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
she don't know.
Yeah.
Stacy says, "LOL, this is hilarious because when I lived in Shaw Valley in St. Thomas, my
Uh-huh.
freaking neighbor who was retired seemed to wait until I got home after work and I wanted to sit in my backyard. She would unlock her shed and pull out that goddamn mower every week."
Yeah. Well, I know what
Well, you
that's.
gotta
I
I
hear you.
told you I have that issue, and as a matter of fact, it happened again on this past long holiday weekend. We were outside,
See?
first
Yeah.
time, literally the first time since
Oh, and
the
the
weather
boo hag
got
got
better,
it out.
and
Yeah.
and
got
right
the
on
grass.
schedule, right at
Yeah.
about 4:30 while we
Well,
are gathering
I mean-
around for a beverage.
Gosh.
Right.
Out you come.
If you're having company, then I would be like, oh, the neighbors have company. I won't do it right now. But if you're not having company, like you got to cut the grass. You're there all the time anyway.
I know it's on
My
purpose.
thing is, and I didn't
That's
say
on
this
purpose,
last
I
time.
think.
You know what I hate when people cut the grass? I'm trying to record something, and then the lawnmower goes, and then I can't record all because you're cutting your fucking grass. Stop it. And
I don't
that's
think you-
daytime.
Yeah, I don't think
But
you
what
have
am
a
I
point.
going to do?
It's not our fault that you have a business that
I
you're
can't afford
recording
that
things.
one.
Not our
Right.
fault.
Yeah.
Not our
So
fault.
Sarah says
Mhm.
anytime between day drinking hours, so 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Apparently 9 a.m. is day drinking hours.
Guess so.
Dave Powery says through the day before dinner, hire someone.
Hire someone to cut the
Cassandra-
grass?
Yeah,
Wow.
between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m., everyone has different needs and schedules. Yeah, but you should conform to not after 4 p.m. Come on. Scarlett, 8 to 10 a.m. That's it.
8 to
8
10
to
a.m. and that's it.
You got a
Yeah, I know.
2-hour window.
She's on your side for me.
Yeah,
Okay,
Sharpie says
all right.
anytime before dusk. Dave Baker says July.
Only until
Just
Only in
July.
July.
Just July.
Good cigarettes
By
in
August, it'll be
July.
dead and dried
That's
up anyway.
So funny.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rachel, your old college roommate Amber
Oh,
says, I
yes.
listened to your rant on the podcast this week and laughed
Uh-huh.
my ass off listening to the rant.
oh,
She
Well, there
laughed
you
her
go.
ass
that's good.
right off.
Good. It's all gone. Good.
I was
Yep.
in the middle of a long grass complaint while listening to this week's podcast.
yes.
I'm a bylaw officer for a major Canadian city. All I
Mhm.
can say is just be happy that your neighbor is mowing their grass and that it's not at 7 a.m. In Edmonton, it's a $250 fine for long grass over 10 centimeters and another $250 for noise. Let me know if you need
Wow.
my services. P.S. Love the show. Keep up the rants.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Thank you for. She always listens. I love her.
So if your
Thank you
grass
so
is
much.
over 10 centimeters,
She
you can
is a bylaw
report your
officer.
neighbor.
Oh
and
my
they
gosh,
get fined
she gets the
$250?
craziest complaints from people about their neighbors. She's told me some of them, but yes.
Wow.
So she did tell me that she has, if she gets a complaint about grass, she literally has to go and measure it so that then she can give a ticket.
Oh, wow.
Like it
that
has to
is
be over
something.
10 centimeters or whatever she said. 10 centimeters? Yeah. Yeah.
We had a
I know.
house just
Isn't that
2
nuts?
doors down, just cut their grass for the first time this summer.
Oh,
How
wow.
long?
They
was it?
had to, well, you could hear a lot of muttering and a lot of commotion going on when the lawnmower
Oh.
kept dying on them because it was too
Yes.
thick.
Yes.
They basically had to
Choking
weed whack the whole thing first, then cut it with a lawnmower.
That's
Mhm.
fun.
Hopefully
Yeah.
they've learned a lesson.
Yeah, that's like
but
my backyard
They
neighbor.
probably won't be back out to do it again for another 3 weeks. So far.
Mhm. Mhm.